After 19 long years, we finally got a second game starring Princess Peach as the main protagonist. And let me tell you, Princess Peach is totally in her magical girl era. Welcome to the Nerdy Magical Girl podcast, and today we are talking about Super Princess Peach and Princess Peach Showtime. Princess Peach made her first appearance in Super Mario Bros. On the NES in 1985. As many of you know or could guess, the story involves Bowser, or King Koopa, kidnapping Princess Peach and holding her in a dungeon, thus necessitating Mario and Luigi to go and find and rescue her. And that plot is pretty much rinse and repeat for a lot of Mario games until 2005, with the release of Super Princess Peach on the Nintendo DS. This time, Mario and Luigi are kidnapped by Bowser, and with no one else available to save them, it is now up to Princess Peach to step in and do the saving for once. Super Princess Peach is a vibrant, classically styled platformer whose whole vibe is very comparable to other installments Nintendo has released. I would say most similarly to Yoshi's Island. I would say it's most similar to Yoshi's Island due to the aesthetic of Super Princess Peach, also because there are a lot of mechanics that are very similar to Yoshi's Island, like Yoshi's Flutter, also because this platformer encourages a lot of exploration. Of course, you can find many comparisons to other Nintendo releases as well. That's just my opinion. In Super Princess Peach, there are 8 worlds. Each world contains 6 levels and a boss battle that leads the player into the next world. 3 captive toads are hidden throughout each level, with each boss battle holding a single toad contained in a bubble. And in order to get access or fight the final boss, you as the player must rescue all of the toads. What makes Super Princess Peach different from its predecessors is the introduction of the vibe gauge system. Peach uses a melee weapon unlike any of the preceding characters before this game, and that melee weapon actually has a name, and it is Perry the Parasol. The vibe gauge system plays an essential role in not only how you as a player use Princess Peach's abilities, but also for how long you can use those abilities. You can collect coins to buy upgrades or do side games, mini missions, and things like that to upgrade the vibe gauge so you can use those abilities for longer. You do those mini games and also collect coins and get those upgrades and things like that. Not only can you upgrade the vibe gauge, you can also upgrade your hearts, which is pretty much like your HP, but you do get unlimited lives. The vibe gauge corresponds to Peach's 4 emotions: sad, rage, calm, and joy. The sad emotion will make Princess Peach cry, which comes in handy when trying to solve puzzles like turning water into eyes or watering plants so you can bounce off them to get to where you need to go. And also, while Princess Peach is crying, you actually get a speed boost, which can be very helpful in a lot of scenarios. Rage creates this giant AoE flame that surrounds Princess Peach, and if enemies get too close, they get burned. Rage is also helpful when it comes to solving puzzles. The calm emotion allows Peach to heal herself, but the effect does break if she gets hit by an enemy. Joy is the emotion that gives Peach the ability to float into the air briefly and also does like a spinning whirlwind attack. This consumes a lot of the vibe gauge, so it's prudent to use this ability intentionally. Super Princess Peach, while it was not an overwhelmingly challenging experience, it was really vibrant and fun. What I liked about it most is while it is a platformer within the Super Mario Bros. Universe that followed a lot of the details as other installments, this game really encouraged a lot of exploration. It's fun, it's lighthearted, and it's definitely a game of its time because it does say something that the first installment that Princess Peach gets is centered on her being emotional and controlling her emotions, and essentially just reverse the roles of her and Mario and Luigi, with Mario and Luigi still being the center of the plot, kind of. But when you're a Toys R Us kid, you don't see any of that stuff. You just want to play games and play video games all day until you crash. I do feel like this game kinda dipped their toes into the magical girl aesthetic. Just a little bit, just a little bit. But they fully dived in with Princess Peach Showtime. Now, Princess Peach Showtime has just released, and oh boy, it does not disappoint. I was fortunate enough to be invited by Nintendo to play this game on Valentine's Day, so I played it very early on, and I fell in love instantly. This game definitely gives Moon Prison Power vibes and takes what we got in Super Princess Peach and revs it up to 1,000. One day, while out on a stroll, Princess Peach's toads receive a flyer advertising multiple plays at the Sparkle Theater. Curious and excited, Princess Peach decides to attend the theater, accompanied by 2 of her toads. But the fun comes to a screeching halt when a wicked sorceress named Grape and her minions, the Sour Bunch, invade and take over the theater, trapping all of the visitors inside of the building. The worst part of all of this, besides being trapped by an evil entity against your will within the theater, Peach actually lost her crown during the entire commotion. But then, suddenly, Princess Peach meets Stella, who is the guardian of the Sparkle Theater and ultimately decides to help her restore the theater and get rid of the evildoers. As you make your way through various levels in the theater, Princess Peach actually gains the ability to transform by using Stella's power and obtains various forms that correspond to each level that's being played. When I tell you I'm about to cosplay all of these forms, I'm not kidding. Each stage feels unique to me. It feels colorful, and the boss fights sometimes make you really have to think out of the box. I love Peach's transformations, and it definitely gives Magical Girl vibes. Again, I feel like with Super Princess Peach, they dip their toes into the Magical Girl vibe, and then with Princess Peach Showtime, they just fully owned it. And hey, I know that isn't everyone's vibe, not everybody's gonna like it, and there are fair critiques when it comes to this game, such as the frame rate not being consistent throughout the game. But the game is very fun to me, and honestly just gives that cozy experience that I'm looking for. And I have to say, I really enjoyed myself. And I also got the pink Joy-Cons with my money. Nintendo did not send me these. They didn't send me these. But again, Magical Girl cozy gaming experience is definitely what the doctor ordered, and I am really enjoying Princess Peach Showtime. Tell me, have you played Super Princess Peach or have you played Princess Peach Showtime? What are your thoughts about Princess Peach in her Magical Girl era? Because I'm loving it. I'm loving it. If you're watching here on YouTube, make sure you give the video a thumbs up and remember to subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comments, and you all have a very magical day. Bye.